So another Andy B 2-minute video. Now, in a few days' time, we've got the Queen's Platinum celebrations. It's how long she's been a Queen in the UK and the Commonwealth. So in England here, we've got 2 extra days off, which is fab. So Thursday, Friday, Joe's off for work, which gives us a 4-day weekend. We like 4-day weekends. They're not very common. So we quite like having a 4-day weekend. So we've worked really hard recently. We've filmed ahead of time so that we can have Saturday off from filming. Saturday is usually a full day of filming for us as we produce all of our video material. Now, I was thinking about the stop and start mentality of life. The Queen is currently Queen. That's why she's called the Queen, funnily enough. But at some point, she will stop being the Queen. At some point, she started being the Queen. She took over from the Queen Mother, who gave over the throne to the Queen. And at some point, the Queen will give over to somebody else, probably Prince Charles, or maybe she'll sadly die and have to have that throne passed on. But there's a stop and start. Everything begins, everything ends. As we look around the world, we see God created the heavens and the earth. Within that 6-day period, he started the world. He started the hydrological cycle, which I always talk about because it's amazing. He started the planets spinning and rotating. He started all this. There was a beginning. And we know from Revelation there will be an end. It isn't just an endless cycle. There is a beginning and there is an end. And in life, there are beginnings and ends too. Perhaps you're starting a new church. It's a start. It's something new. Maybe because you've moved. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe you just don't like where you're at. It's not meeting your needs anymore. And you need to go somewhere where actually you can have those needs met and you can actually serve God. It's important. So something starts, but when something starts, there's so often an end. With the Berry Bunch, we've come to the end of quite a few seasons, not planned to be at the same time, but a number of our seasons of episodes have all suddenly stopped at the same time. Endurance has come to an end now. Family prayer time has come to an end now. And they'll come back in the future. We'll take about a month or so to refresh all that stuff. But things have come to an end. But the things that come to an end is when something stops, something can start. We only have so much capacity in life. We can't do everything. Therefore, to do new things, we actually need to stop things. And one of the best things we can do as a Christian ever is to learn to say no. No isn't a bad word. No is a good word, because what no does, what saying no to somebody does, is it gives us the opportunity to say yes to something that God wants us to do. People will grab your time. If you're busy, I'm sure you know this is true. If you're busy, people will ask you to do stuff because they see you're busy. They see you can get stuff done. But actually, as Christians, it's important to do things. It's equally important to stop doing things. And one of my biggest passions is to study people to learn to say no, because a minister took his time to get to me to learn to say no. He said, the next person that asks you a question, Andy, just say no. Don't care if you want to do it or not. You're doing far too much in this church. Say no. And I did, and it was liberating, and it was wonderful to say to somebody, no, I'm not going to do that. I've got other things to do. I was a worship leader. I was doing the PA. I was leading services. I was involved in the children's ministry, and I was young. I could do those things. And this is the point you made. You can do those now, but you won't always be having the energy all the time. Learn to say no. And when we say no, it means we can say yes to new things and new beginnings and new possibilities and new options. So learn to say no. It's a good thing. Just a thought.